Hi YouTube, how are you all? Today is, it's Thursday the 20th of September 2018. My name's Jan Silver and I've been video logging my journey to and beyond a gastric bypass, which I had, a year and a half ago. I've come on here today because I want to answer a question from the lovely Cheryl that posted yesterday, I think, on one of my videos. I'm not feeling 100%, guys. It's totally hormonal. I'm feeling a bit aggy. I'm feeling a bit and irritable. And, you know, I know you all know I had my ablation trying to sort out some gynae issues a few months ago. It sorts out part of it, but then hormones and shit like that still happen. So, yeah, I'm the same as everybody else. I know physically and in my head that I've lost nearly 7 stone, which is amazing, and I know I look so much better than I did before, but today I don't feel that way, you know, and that's purely hormones. It's purely a fucked up way of being. I can't explain it, and especially to men that might be watching this, it's a really difficult one to understand. But yeah, today I'm not feeling my best, let's just put it that way. To answer a question for Cheryl, firstly, congratulations on getting a date for your surgery. Chin chin, girl. It's been a long time coming, right? So that's amazing. I think it's in October, you said. I'm not very good with dates, but you know I'm wishing you all the love and luck in the world. This is clearly what you needed and you want to have, and I'm sure everything will go smoothly. You've clearly done your research. I think you've been following me for quite some time, so you know the ups and downs and the ins and outs of this surgery. It's not plain sailing all the time, and not everybody's always goes to plan. So behave, do as you're told, and you'll be absolutely fine. Her question to me was, how do I handle my reactive hypoglycemia? Well, very easily, actually. My husband's a type 1 diabetic, so with Howie knowing all about low and high blood sugars, obviously, we were pretty clued up on it anyway. So we knew before I was diagnosed that I had this reactive hypoglycemia. And I think with it, you get to know, and if you do listen to your body, which I've probably bored the shit out of you lot about saying, because I do listen to my body, and I do know, and I know the food. So with me, for instance, what happens is, if I'm like now hormonal and I need something sweet, I haven't got a sweet tooth, but once a month I'm like everybody else. I need to have a piece of chocolate or something sweet-y, cakey, I don't know. I know that that's going to send my blood sugars up. The reason I know these days, I wear a Fitbit, and you have your heart rate on there, so you'll get to know all day. Like sitting here now, I'll tell you in a minute when it comes back on, my heart rate's at about 70, 77. Once my blood sugars start to raise, my heart rate goes up, and I look at it and I go, oh, okay, I've obviously eaten something that's too sugary or too sweet for me. My pouch, my bypass doesn't like it, and it sends my blood sugars right up to the roof. Now with that, the reaction to that is that it then bottoms out. So I kind of know what I can and can't eat. So when I'm having a sweet tooth moment and I really feel the need for something, I'll go for something like a malted cake. You know, the, I can't think what they're called now, Soreen cakes. They're kind of currants. Or I'll have a tea cake. So it's sweet because it's got the fruit in it, and I'll put butter on it, but it's not full of sugars. So you kind of learn what to have and what not to have, as much as I'd love it. So it was Christmas time that taught me that, because I wanted to have a piece of Christmas cake with cream and custard. Sent my blood sugars up, I had my first low, and wow, didn't I know about it. So you kind of live within your means, knowing what's going to affect you. And if it affects you, it's going to send your blood sugars high, it's going to send them low, which means you then have to eat again. It will apparently, because I'm not diabetic, apparently it will sort itself out. It just takes a while, and I get exactly the same feelings as my husband. So I only had one yesterday. We were coming back. For me as well, talking about hormones, it happens more when I'm hormonal. So I am really, like I said, honestly, the waitress didn't serve me my breakfast in time the other day. I felt like stabbing her. I'm being facetious there, but the hormones in my head was like, oh my God, I've already been here 20 minutes, you haven't even taken my order, blah. And I'm not normally like that. You know, normally I have a certain amount of patience, not a lot, but a little bit more. So anyway, we had our breakfast and I overdid it on the carbs. So it wasn't just sweet stuff. I had toast and I even had a pastry afterwards. Again, hormones, fat head kicked in, and I didn't feel my blood sugars raise, but we drove in the car. I was extremely tired, slept most of the way home from Birmingham. And then when my husband stopped at a petrol station, I got out to go and see him and say, can I have some money, please? I need to get something to eat. I felt really low and I started to shake. But in the petrol station, I was looking at a chocolate bar and a drink, and I was trying to get a sugar-free drink, but a chocolate bar. But my head was really confused. You know, I was obviously, I think I tested it. I think I was 2.3 or 3 when you should be between 4 and 7. So, and it was exactly the same reaction that my husband would get when he's low in blood sugars. I was confused. I was hot and sweaty. I was shaking like a leaf. And I ate half a Snickers bar because that I knew it would instantly bring my blood sugars back up and I'd feel okay again, and I did. You then obviously have a fear of yo-yoing, so you don't want to do that, hence the half a chocolate bar, not the whole chocolate bar. Had I have left it, like I said, I would have gone back to normal, but you've got to then go through that feeling, and it's a horrible feeling and it really wipes you out. So that's the first hypo I've had in quite some time, actually, and I'm blaming it all on my hormones because it's this time of the month, and without me actually having periods now, I'm still getting everything surrounding it, just not the actual. Whereas before I'd be thinking, oh, just hurry up and come on because I know all the rest of it will disappear, and I'm hot at the moment. I mean, it's not cold here, it's windy, and I think we've got quite a mild temperature, but because I'm hormonal as well, I'm really fucking hot and really aggy. My husband's retired, and today I'm going to go out. Today, my saving grace is I'm going to meet 2 of my old WLS, probably some of the first people I met on this journey, actually, Rachel and Jane. Rachel's had her bypass. Jane is due to have hers soon in October. So I think we're meeting her for lunch, and I think her LRD starts soon. So I'm super looking forward to finding out all about them and what's been going on with them. And I'm sure all of you will be wishing Jane all the best of luck with her surgery. Although not straightforward like most of us, she has to have a plasma exchange, I think, maybe next week, but I'll find out all about that today. I'm super excited. And also something else I was going to touch on with you guys, for anybody that's watching, is I'm totally aware that so many people, and I don't just mean weight loss related, I'm on about people within my life that are going for a really, really, really tough time. People have lost their jobs, people are having trouble at work, people's health that I know is really, really not good at all, and things happen that are outside everybody's control, and that's a really worrying time for a lot of people. And I just want to be super aware that whilst I might moan and groan about my hormones, but on the outside of all of that, my life is really, really good, and I'm very aware of everybody else's misfortunes, if you like. I don't want to say, you know, how can I put it? I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I just want to put some love out there to anybody that's struggling, because I know so many people are right now, and it's not just, like I said, it's health, it's wealth, it's life, and life tends to throw shit at us all at different times. And I do know, my husband and I talk about it all the time, we've been through the rough, and I think you have to go through the rough to appreciate the smooth at times. And I'm not saying that anybody deserves anything they're getting, because mostly they don't. You know, some people that I'm very close to are having the worst time in the world, and you just sit there and go, shit, how much more can one human being take? And I can't do an awful lot for people apart from be there and listen and try and advise and give them some support and love. But it does a little bit makes you feel almost guilty for having a good life. Does that make sense? So yeah, I just want to be humble and totally aware that whilst my life is on track and doing really well, other people's aren't, and I want to put my love out there to anybody that is going through a tough time. I'm always here. You can always put a message down there below. If you haven't clicked like and subscribe, please do. Thank you very much for joining my channel and having a listen and listening to me droning on about this, that and everything. Hormones, periods, weight loss surgery, operations, who knows. But on the whole, I try to be as honest and as frank as possible. This is my journey. This was I started this channel to be able to go back and look at my journey and compare. So my biggest advice, Cheryl, especially as you're going for yours soon, and Jane, I will be reminding her today, is take those photos now. Don't show them to anybody. You don't have to do anything with them. Take photos in your knickers, your bra. Take them naked if you want to, but you will regret not having them on this journey. You know, that's one of my regrets, that I don't have more, because I hated myself so much. But I wish somebody was there even at the beginning to say, get undressed, Jan, get in front of the camera, in the mirror, take these photos, because to look back, you will be so pleased you have them. So that's my biggest advice, Cheryl. Start taking those pictures now, and don't do anything with them. They're just for you. They're just for you to compare as your journey moves along, and as you start to lose weight, you can you're having a bad day like I am today. I just need to look at a photo of me nearly 7 stone ago and go, all right, Jan, you may not feel like it in your head, but look how far you've come. And you can almost kick yourself up the bum, because up here sometimes doesn't change with the speed that your body's changing. So that's my handy hint for today. Anyway, I'm going to drink my coffee and hope that these hormones today, meeting Jane and Rachel, that's a big positive for me. So I'm going to leave you on that one, guys. I hope you're all really well, healthy and happy. I hope that answered your question, Cheryl. And, you know, don't hesitate to drop me a line, and I will do another video and answer any other questions. I'm more than happy to do that. Take care. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.